G'day guys, Stubbsy here. It's been a while since I've done a fast bowling masterclass session, and so I thought there's a few things that have been bouncing around my head that I'm keen to teach with the workshop that I'm doing in Melbourne coming up, and it sort of got me inspired to come out for a bowl. Probably haven't bowled as much recently over the last, I think year and a bit. I had an intercostal injury when I was in Germany last year, which has kind of lingered for a lot longer than I was expecting, probably 8 months now. So that kind of kept me out of it a bit. Got myself back into it a little bit, but I think sometimes you kind of go through phases where you're keen, you're not keen. And if you aren't in the rhythm of this season where you've got the off season, pre-season, in season, I found for myself personally, sometimes it can go a bit stale and I kind of lose the interest a little bit. But I've got some back now, and I've been having a bit of a think about some things in my delivery sequence, my snap, how I can understand the experience I'm looking for myself that I'm keen to have a bit of a play with here. I'll probably keep the camera from the rear, at least for the start, and you can kind of have a look at how well I'm directing my energy towards my target, because I am someone who's prone to going a bit more which I don't like, and so it'll be interesting to just have a bit of a blowout. I've got the speed gun there, but I think I'll be surprised if I get many over 100 Ks, given it's been a while. But yeah, I just thought, why not? Bit of a masterclass, see how I go, talk through some thoughts about what I've been thinking about for the last 2 years since I last did these, and yeah, let's see what comes out. Well, I tell you what, that ain't a terrible first ball. Might go through for a couple and then share some thoughts. Oh, how you doing? I tell you what, I wish they always started this straight. I'll pretend that was to a left-hander. Oh. I wonder if I've got not over 100 yet. 98.5. Oh, I lost that one. So there's kind of a good example about sometimes where I go about missing, pulling a bit more this way, body kind of goes with it, and you probably see the wrist just fall on the inside of the ball. So for me, in how I organise my upper body with my lower body, you might say the whole movement is making sure I'm coordinating myself in a way to get here, so this can just slam straight down and finish. I don't end up having to, well, fall away for whatever reason. There's a compensation happening before. I'll explore this a bit more. So first set down there, just kind of play around a bit with the experience. I think what I'm going to focus on for the next 6, just after doing that, I didn't want to overcomplicate the process too much. I just really want to feel my energy organising in a way that I can slam it down the wicket. And that's been something in the past that I've probably had some difficulties with a bit of energy leaking both ways. But a lot of it's going to be around using the front side of my body, front arm, front leg, to square myself so that I can allow the bowling side to come straight past and slam down the wicket. Let's see how we go. Yeah, that felt great. Whew. Just felt well organised. Well organised, there's a good way to look at it. Oh. Not the worst miss. I think I was a bit focused on that ball. Fuck. I lost that one. Good example of trying to put a bit too much energy in and losing it. Oh, not too bad. Yeah, it's fascinating. And I think being a coach as well, because I could break it down so much, it's so easy to get lost in the body part at certain time points, which is so broken down from, you might say, the overall movement. And I was thinking about this earlier. Break it down by every single joint, times that by, you might say, the 7 or 8 kino sequences, and add the run up in, and that's how many options you've got to think about. It's insane. It changed how I perceived it and how I coached it and how I built the framework so you wouldn't fuck yourself up. Yeah. Took me a while though. See how I go, trying a bit harder and see what happens. Felt myself lose it there. We look back at that one, see you falling around a bit. It's probably a bit tidier. Well, I might cut it there today. Just 3 overs to have a bit of a play around with some stuff and think about how I'm organising my energy through the crease. And so part of what I was trying to experience was using my front side, thinking a bit about the front leg, trying to pull myself down the wicket. And this kind of links back a bit more into the movement that you want as you come through that delivery sequence. So it squares the hips so that this is forward facing. So you've now got access with the bowling arm to come straight down. You can follow through straight as opposed to the pelvis being blocked off. So your lower back has to compensate. Now you're side flexing and the bowling arm can't get behind the ball. So you don't get your energy behind the ball. And then you're kind of compromised in your delivery. I think there was a couple there where that happened and you probably saw the wrist kind of cut down a bit. I'll have to have a look at the footage actually and see how it went. But yeah, a couple balls over 100 Ks, which is always nice. And I think that'll do me for now. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed it. And look, if you're Melbourne based and you're keen to come to the workshop, that'll be June 4 or June 11. I'll maybe put the details on something here, and you know, there's an inquiry form linked here. If you fill out, I can send you some more details. How you guys have been going, etc., etc. That's all. Cheers. Hey guys, so I'm back again, and today I just thought I would put some work into what I did in the session yesterday, where I just did an Instagram story series, and I was kind of talking about the front arm, front leg, and how if you isolate one thing, it can mess up the organization of the other. And how my body works to get my base straight towards my target is, it is a little bit going in different directions. And I sort of talked about that with the leaking of the energy. But that was, in a sense, still allowing me to get myself to a position where I was aligned towards my target. So if you are going to address it, it's important to make sure you don't isolate something like trying to bring the front arm across when this and this are working together. So today I'm just going to have a bit of a play with some of this sort of stuff and just see what the footage looks like. I think like yesterday, I'll bowl a few and then I'll have a chat. There's a footy game going on. There's 2 footy games going on at the moment, so I'm a bit loud. So first couple there, one of the things that I'm looking to experience with how I'm organising my movement is linking this to this, so that I'm not sending myself off in different directions, but also make sure that the direction I'm coming in, I'm not veering inwards, which is where when you veer inwards, you're going to see the lower body sometimes move outward a bit, inward a bit, and the upper body come out to compensate for that. So if I can keep myself going in a nice straight line and think about tidying up, you might say getting a bit more internal coiling in a sense, that's one thing. And then I like to use my head for my alignment, you know, using all this to pull my head down the wicket and make sure I finish my action. I almost tried to sort of spell myself going that way. Better. So look, part of how I want to communicate the pro coaching process here is I have an experience that feels good when I align my energy and get it towards the target. I can feel where my head goes, I can feel where my follow through goes, and I know when I start to leak, okay? So I'm working myself towards that feeling. Now I've got a few tools, you might say a few drills and exercises too that I'll use to help me find that feeling. I'm not trying to over focus and create a checklist of this, because that will not be transferable into games. Instead, I'm allowing myself to you might say, work myself towards the organisation I'm looking for. And after I bowl the ball, I've got an awareness that I can continue to learn from, and then repeat, and just practice. So with that last one, what I noticed I was really happy with, one, direction of the head and follow through, really going towards target. Definitely felt like I used my front side a lot better to pull myself down the wicket as opposed to linking left and right. And yeah, I'm happy with that experience. I'm not going to overdo it. I did bowl yesterday, only a couple overs, but it's important to just take your time. I thought this would be kind of cool to do almost like a back-to-back type bowling thing to show you what I did yesterday, what I analysed from it, and what I put into today, so you can kind of see the process from there to there. Now I've just gotten one that I'm happy with, and that's enough for me. I can come back later and do some more, but for now that's good. Got any questions, drop them in the comment thing below. I've also got a fast bowling workshop coming up in June that interests you. There's a link in the bio you can add your details to. Otherwise, hope you guys have a great day.